late to work. It's 8:02, but I would like to be at work right now. The bell rings at 8:25, but everything's ready. Like, I don't have, the final exam is up and ready to go. I moved my desks back into rows. I'm ready. It's a weird day because I have a first period final, or my first period has their final exam, and then third period is a prep, so I have a really long time. So third period actually blends into like our snack time and our lunch time. So there's this whole huge block of time that I technically don't have anything, like I can work on grades, I can work on grades. I really should go and get gas in my car, but we're strongly encouraged not to leave campus during our prep periods. There's a gas station very literally down the street. I might break that rule to go and get gas. I'm really crunching down on the numbers in 2025. I'm like on a buying ban, spending ban. I'm tracking my entire budget I'm using Notion at the moment. So I have to, it's like I didn't want to just stop and get gas on my way to work. I need to like get a receipt and debit it from my money. So there's that. Then, fifth period, I start with the kids. They still have the whole class period to work on their final. I love the child that came to me yesterday. It's yearbook, and they have to do a yearbook page. And he's like, how am I supposed to get this all done in one day? And I'm like, well, no, you had 2 weeks. You chose to try to get it done in one day. I don't know what you were thinking, but the requirement doesn't change because you decided to procrastinate. So he's freaking out. I see those kids for about 15-20 minutes before I have a meeting for every 15 minutes, which is the drunk driving program that we're going to do in March. So it's a weird day. After school, I have to get my daughter. She has a library book on hold that she needs to pick up today because the hold will be discontinued after 7 days. So we got to go pick up the library book. Then I have to drive to our healthcare pharmacy, pick up a prescription for my mother-in-law, and then drive it the hour to her and drop it off. Because she's now an hour away. She used to be like right down the street, and now she's not right down the street. After that, our neighbor invited us to go and see the lights. We went to see the lights yesterday. She invited us today. I don't think there's any way we're going to make it home in time, but I feel really bad because it's her anniversary and she lost her husband about a year ago. And so I feel awful. I at least need to get her flowers. If we can't make it, then I just don't see how there's any possible way that I can get all of that done. Even if I go to get gas on my conference period and that cuts down and I can go straight to the school to get my daughter, it's still not enough time. Because the school is 40 minutes away from our house. So just driving alone, driving from the school, or my school, home, getting my daughter, going to the library, then the pharmacy is like 10 minutes in this direction, but the place where my mother-in-law is in this direction. So it's just, and then there's traffic. I think I'm going to try to avoid freeways today as much as possible and travel on surface streets. But there's a lot going on. Tomorrow, I can't remember what tomorrow is. Tomorrow is like more final exams. I don't think there's anything after school tomorrow. Not entirely sure. But that's what's going on for today. And I'm stressed. Oh, there's a person like literally parked. What are you doing? You couldn't wait until people are cutting across the road. That's not cool. Anyway, I'm stressed. But there's so many things that I can't do anything about. The prescription went to this particular pharmacy. I can't get it switched anywhere else. I'm going to make this light. My coffee is so full that I'm afraid it's going to spill. I made it. I held on to the coffee. It might have turned red as I was making that turn, but it was yellow the last time I looked. It really was. Okay, so that's what's going on. Finals are stressful for me because if I catch a kid cheating, I give them a 0 on the final. Like straight up 0. I think I'm gonna go this way because I don't want to deal with parents bringing their kids to school, and because I'm late-ish, right? So, and I've caught so many kids cheating this year, or trying to cheat. I just feel like it might be inevitable. I hate to do it. I hate to do it because if they fail, if they get a 0 on the final, I think for the most part they fail the class. Maybe they end up with a D if they had an A. But the way that I have the final set up is even if they fail and they don't cheat, I don't drop them below a 50%. So it does a heck of a lot more to your grade if you get a 23% on a final exam than a 50%. So you get a 50. If they turn in the study guide completed, they can't use it on the test. That's just, ugh. I don't care if you can copy off a study guide. No, you don't get to use notes. You have to memorize stuff. It's a life skill. I'm pretty sure it's a life skill. Anyway, I'm choosing to believe that memorization is a life skill. You have to remember you have to have a good memory. It helps, right? But if they turn in the study guide, I give them 10% onto their grade, regardless. So if let's say they got the 23, but then I bump them up to the 50 because I feel like there's from 50 to 0 is an F, but everything else is really spaced out. So I just drop them. They still fail. I'm still going to fail you. Still going to fail your ass, but it's going to be a 50 that doesn't drop like your entire grade as much. If they do the study guide, I add 10%. So even that child that got the 23, if they did the study guide, which obviously they didn't study, if they got a 23, they got the bump for the 50 and then 10% on that's 60. So they're ending up with a D on the final. That's as good as it gets for me. I don't do anything else. Like there's no, please, I need extra credit. That doesn't work for me. I never do the thing where if you bring me tissues, if you bring me paper, if you do this, if you do that, I'll give you extra credit. Because you know what? Harvard don't care. You can show up with an entire truck full of tissues and Harvard does not care. It's not going to help you in the long run. So that A is not genuine. I want like a genuine grade. There's no talking, no cell phones, nothing. We'll see how it goes. But it makes me anxious because I don't want to catch a kid cheating that I really like. I actually really like all of them this year. Don't tell them that. They get a big head. I've had a couple of years where I just really like the kids. I'm trying to think. Oh, I think I had one last year that I didn't particularly care for. Not horribly, but I just didn't, we didn't gel. I feel like the feeling was mutual. Child still got an A, earned an A, whatever. It's not, you can't give kids bad grades because you don't like their personality. But I really just, he's too smug, too full of himself. I didn't much care for it. So anyway, that's the day. Maybe if I have extra time, it's dress comfy for work day. And I didn't think of this as I got dressed because I have on like sliders. I was thinking maybe I could do a walk around the block or a walk in the park just to get some exercise because exercise calms me down. Okay, it is now 8:11. I'm still kind of semi-screwed. So no one believes that this is a thing, but every teacher knows that to get into the teacher parking lot, you go in the exit. And parents who are supposed to not be allowed up on the turnaround, they're not supposed to be up there in the morning. And they always somehow get up there in the morning. They get so mad when we go, there's room for 2 cars, but they get so mad when we go in the exit, but literally that's the only way we can get in, because they lock our other gate, and then the only other way in is the student lot, and they sometimes lock that break between the student lot and the teacher lot. They sometimes lock that too. So they don't understand. This is the only way we have to get into our parking lot. And they get so mad. Okay, there's nobody up here now. Oh, here they come. They're gonna be mad. Nope, they're not mad. They're okay. They stayed in their lane. See, if they've been around a while, they know. Okay, we are gonna make it. I'm totally fine. It's 8:12. I have time to go to the restroom. Ooh, everybody got here early today. I'm gonna park. I'm just gonna park right here in the front. It is cold out there. I say that, but my car says it's 60. No, it's really cold. All right, here we go. Time for finals. Started. I'm so excited. My daughter has one more day of school, but we are officially done with the semester. So I have off for 2 weeks. I'm so happy. You know, we had like a busy weekend last weekend, but I don't think we have a lot going on this weekend. The nursing home, care home called, and they got the staples out of my mother-in-law's leg. So she needs some x-rays, but all in all, she's doing really well. She's adjusting extremely well to her new surroundings. And tomorrow I get to volunteer at my daughter's school. I'm very excited about that because being a working mom, I don't often get to go to her school. So I don't know exactly what they're doing, something with cookies. I know I had to bring icing. So whatever it is, it's going to involve icing. There's 2 tubs of icing in my car. And who knew that there were so many different kinds of icing out there? I was going to get vanilla icing and there were a lot of choices. I'm not a baker, I'm not a cooker. So I was a little shocked to find that there were so many different types of vanilla icing. So for tomorrow, I'm going to be back to the Lulu. This is such a great, like, just throw anywhere bag, and you can wear it the entire time, so I don't have to put it down somewhere. Oops, I just knocked something down. I think we're gonna go see my mother-in-law on Saturday. We might do a trip to Santa. I am focusing on my budget for 2025. So my whole goal is budgeting. And, excuse me, my dad is extremely freaked out about finances, so I want to get his budget in line and my budget in line. But for right now, I'm just extremely thankful that I have off for the next 2 weeks. Did not turn out the way I wanted it to. I don't think I need these. I don't think I need this. Okay. So, okay. Vlog definitely did not turn out the way I had anticipated. Nana fell again. So that's what, twice in the past month. She banged her head. She had to go to the hospital. She had to have 6 stitches. She's all banged up. Just got back from seeing her. Not really... feel horrible. My dad is just very triggering. I can't. He is difficult. And I think that this really, for me, explains why there aren't a lot of vlogs out there from people my age. One, we might, roughly, at least in my neighborhood area, we have kids and we don't want to put other people's children on the internet without permission, especially it's not like a family vlog or something about the kids. Like, we aren't professional YouTubers. So you know, when I went into my daughter's classroom and helped and volunteered, that's something that I'm going to film for me and for our own home videos, but it's definitely not something that I'm going to put out on the internet. When we went to see the lights and the canals, again, that's something that I was very cognizant of when I put it together and edited it, that, you know, you might see a silhouette of a bunch of little girls, but you didn't see my friends, you didn't see my daughter and her friends, again, because, you know, you just, that privacy aspect of it, right? And then you can't go into the old folks' home and see Nana all banged up, and then there are other residents there. And if you've got a family that really isn't on board with this, like, there aren't a whole lot of opportunities for you to capture daily life, because you are that sandwich generation and you are caught in the middle and you do have a ton of responsibilities, and sometimes there are things that you want to film, and then sometimes there are things that you just want to forget ever happened, and there's a lot of privacy issues in there as well. So this would be a reason why you don't see a lot of men and women in my age group vlogging, and most of the people that have successful vlogs are young men and women in that 20 to 25, even 30, like 20 to 30 age range, that either live alone or have enough alone time where they can sit down with a camera and do the talking head videos, or they have a very specific skill set. It's not really a vlog so much as it is a like, this is how you hack an iPhone, this is how you do job share, you know, those types of things. Additionally, I think that you find people that maybe do camera reviews or social review, things of that nature, but just a straight up vlog, those are mostly your 20-year-olds, because it's just more convenient for someone of that age. And the reason why you see me in the car a lot is because this is the only time and the only space that I have to talk. And sometimes I bring my camera and sometimes I don't. And one of the reasons I don't necessarily bring my camera, I tried it the other day as I was driving, is the camera has such a wide angle on it. I find myself, it'll gather photos and things, or it'll shoot outside the windows and it'll give away identifying information, something else I don't think a 20-year-old would think about. So that's where we are. I think this is pretty much where we're going to end the vlog. But that's it. That's why you don't see so many people in my age group vlogging. I am at CVS right now and I need to grab some things for my dad because he has a very specific wish list of things. And then I have to put that in my budget, which maybe I will share with you next week. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so I think that's it for this week. It's been crazy. If anything else happens in the next 24 hours, I will update you. But it is Sunday. Oops, there's hair on me. Anyway, it is Sunday, and I got to do this quickly because I want to get home, and it's kind of cloudy and gross outside. So thanks for watching, and hopefully next week will be better. No one will fall down.